There was once a boy named Arjun who lived in a small, bustling town. From a young age, Arjun was known for his cheerful disposition and quick wit. People enjoyed his company, and he had a knack for making others laugh. But beneath his friendly exterior lay a habit that quietly shaped his life. Arjun was profoundly lazy. No matter the task, he always found a way to postpone it, believing that he'd have plenty of time to do it later. Arjun's day would begin with the sound of his alarm clock ringing insistently, urging him to wake up. Yet he would reach for the snooze button, convincing himself that a few more minutes of sleep wouldn't hurt. He'd roll over, cocooned in his warm blanket, and drift back into dreams, unaware that each minute he wasted was a minute he'd never get back. When he finally did rise, the sun was already high, and half the morning had slipped away unnoticed. His mother would call out, "Arjun, breakfast is ready. You'll be late for school." But Arjun would move at his own pace, unconcerned by the ticking clock. He'd eat slowly, watching videos on his phone, and then rush to get dressed, often forgetting something important in his hurry. This pattern repeated itself day after day, a cycle of delay and regret that seemed impossible to escape. At school, Arjun's teachers would see his potential, but also his reluctance to put in the necessary effort. Assignments went unfinished. Projects were started but abandoned, and he excelled only in subjects that required little work. When asked why he didn't try harder, Arjun would shrug and say, "I'll do it tomorrow. There's plenty of time." His friends noticed, too. They would invite Arjun to study together or join extracurricular activities, but he'd turn them down, preferring to nap or waste time on trivial pursuits. He'd watch hours of television, scroll endlessly through social media, and convince himself that these things were just as important as his responsibilities. One afternoon, Arjun's grandfather visited him. Wise and experienced, his grandfather had seen the consequences of wasted time firsthand. He sat with Arjun and asked, "What are your dreams, my boy? What do you want to achieve in life?" Arjun replied, "I want to be successful, Grandpa. Maybe a doctor or an engineer, but there's no rush. I'm still young." His grandfather smiled gently and told him a story from his own youth. "When I was your age, I too believed that time was endless. I put off learning new skills, thinking I could always do it later. But life moves faster than you realize. Opportunities come and go in the blink of an eye. I missed some chances because I thought I could wait. But time waits for no one, Arjun." Arjun listened but felt unconvinced. He didn't see the harm in enjoying himself now, after all. Wasn't youth meant to be carefree? Months passed, and Arjun's habits remained unchanged. He continued to procrastinate, convinced that there would always be time to catch up. But slowly, he began to notice the world moving on without him. His friends were excelling in their studies, winning awards, and receiving praise from teachers. Some were accepted into prestigious programs, while others found new passions and talents. Arjun, meanwhile, found himself left behind. The assignments grew more difficult, and the work piled up. He struggled to keep up, but the mountain of tasks seemed insurmountable. He felt overwhelmed, anxious, and unmotivated. The joy he once found in leisure faded, replaced by a gnawing sense of regret. One evening, as he sat in his room surrounded by unfinished homework, Arjun's mother entered and sat beside him. She placed a gentle hand on his shoulder and said, "Arjun, I know you're struggling, but you have the power to change. Every minute you spend waiting is a minute you lose forever. Value your time, my son." Her words struck a chord deep within Arjun. He realized that the countless hours he had wasted could never be reclaimed. He remembered the ambitions he once held and the dreams he shared with his grandfather. For the first time, he understood that time was his most valuable resource. Determined to change, Arjun decided to take control of his life. The next morning, he woke up early, resisting the temptation to hit the snooze button. He made his bed, ate breakfast quickly, and arrived at school on time. He organized his tasks, set goals for himself, and began to tackle his assignments one by one. The change wasn't easy. Old habits tugged at him, and he often felt the urge to procrastinate. But Arjun reminded himself of the lessons he had learned. He told himself, "Every moment counts. I will not waste another day." As weeks turned into months, Arjun's life transformed. His grades improved, and his teachers noticed his newfound dedication. His friends encouraged him, and together they worked towards their goals. Arjun discovered a sense of satisfaction that came from hard work and discipline. He found joy in learning, and his confidence grew. Through his journey, Arjun realized that laziness is a thief that steals not only time but also potential and happiness. He understood that success isn't about luck or talent alone. It's about making the most of every moment, refusing to let procrastination dictate your future. He learned to value his time, treating each day as a precious gift. He planned his schedule, set priorities, and made time for both work and rest. He discovered that when you take charge of your life, opportunities begin to appear. Challenges become stepping stones, and dreams move closer to reality. Arjun's story serves as a powerful reminder for all of us. Time is the most valuable asset we possess. It cannot be bought, stored, or retrieved once it is gone. Every minute wasted is a chance lost. Laziness may feel comfortable in the moment, but it leads only to regret in the end. If you find yourself putting off important tasks, telling yourself you'll do them tomorrow, remember Arjun's journey. Ask yourself, what dreams do I want to achieve? What steps can I take today to move closer to my goals? The sooner you start valuing your time, the sooner you can shape the life you desire. Don't wait for motivation to appear. Create discipline through small actions. Wake up with purpose, set clear goals, and stay committed even when it's difficult. Celebrate your progress, learn from your setbacks, and keep moving forward. Laziness is a habit, but so is diligence. Choose the path that leads to growth, fulfillment, and success. Your time is your life. Value it, invest it wisely, and watch as your efforts transform your future. Arjun's life changed the moment he decided to quit laziness and embrace the power of time. So can yours. Make the choice today before it's too late. The seeds you plant now will determine the harvest you reap tomorrow. The journey begins with a single step. Take it and never look back.